Okay, you need today's class for book needed. Welcome to my class. Main book also needed for this class, today's class. Okay, welcome to my class. Good noon. That is 12 o'clock now. Something. Today's topics is this. Look, this is industry. Look, this is the industry. Can you say which industry? This is the industry. Have you seen any industry in your life? I have seen this. I was visiting near Shitolaka river. There's a plant, power plant, urea fertilizer industry. I went visit for 1 month. Urea fertilizer. It was. This is not given in the book. I'll say page number then. Okay, I went visit here industry, fertilizer industry. It was in nourishing the Polash. I stayed there 1 month. It was training, TICI training, chemical production, qualitative test of chemicals. Okay, this is. Do you know the industry name? What is the industry name? Don't know, no. This industry is for ammonia making industry. Okay, the ammonia is made by a process scientist Haber. This is scientist name Haber. Haber process scientist. This process is named by a scientist name Haber scientist. What is the name? This scientist name. Okay, it is given in your book. Maybe look page number 159. Scientist name is Fritz Haber. Have you seen page number 159? Open page at 159. Okay, this page is important. Today I will teach this page most importantly. Page number 159. Open page at 159. Are you opening this page? Page 159, 159, page number 1. Okay, have you seen scientist Fritz Haber? Fritz Haber, 1868 to 1935. The brain behind her Haber. Have you? Don't see page 159. Haber, Fritz Haber, scientist. Although his work helped Germany during World War, and he had fled when Hitler came to power because he was Jewish. Okay, have you seen this Fritz Haber? Scientist Fritz Haber. Page number 159. Page 159. Open page at 159. বলতে হবে সায়েন্টিস্টের চোখে চশমা আছে কিনা. Have put the scientist reading glass or not? Have you seen? Have you opened page at 159?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen scientist Fritz Haber?
Yes.
Have you? Can you say what things it? He either put reading glass or not?
Yes, sir. Reading class.
Reading glass. Either he has hair or not. Either he has hair on the head or not. Hair?
No, sir. He has no hair.
Okay, he has no hair. Okay, so you are watching this scientist. this is page number 159. Page number 159. Scientist Haber invented this process. Haber process. Okay. He take a nitrogen and hydrogen by a reversible reaction from ammonia. He take a nitrogen 1 ratio, nitrogen is 1 and hydrogen is 3, 1:3 volume, nitrogen 1 hydrogen 3 mole, that means 1:3 volume of nitrogen and hydrogen take. And nitrogen, he collect nitrogen from the air. Air contain, we know, 78% nitrogen contain air. He collect air for the production. Ammonia needed nitrogen and hydrogen. This nitrogen he collected from the air. Okay. And hydrogen collected from natural gas, methane, CH4, from processing hydrogen process. Then he collected hydrogen from natural gas. Then he entered this this two product in a this two reactant in a reactor. Is the temperature is 450 degrees Celsius and pressure is 200 atm pressure, and catalyst also iron catalyst, their reactor process. Then form gaseous urea form. This gaseous urea cooled, then ammonia turns to liquid ammonia collected. If here is a recycled, unreacted gaseous recycled again come here, then form reaction. This liquid ammonia collected this way. Haber process combine nitrogen. The Haber process combine nitrogen from the air and hydrogen derived mainly from natural gas, methane, into ammonia. The reaction is reversible. Have you seen this reaction is reversible? And production of ammonia is exothermic reaction. The catalyst is actually slightly more complicated than pure iron. Okay, look at GIF animation. Where's my GIF animation? Are you watching my screen? Something there's a website, GFR website. GFR website. I need something. Okay, now watch this one. How this production occur. Okay, here from nitrogen and nitrogen come here, then come reactor and porous iron oxide catalyst beds, then come to gas. Gases are cooled, ammonia turns to liquid, or some unreacted gases recycled. Incoming gases are heated with recycled heat from the reaction. Here heated. Then okay, this the this way production occur. Have you seen this the GIF animation? Okay. Okay, look at page 159 of your chemistry book, main book, page 159. Have you seen this graph? the economics of making ammonia. Look this graph.
Yes, sir.
The economics of making ammonia. Look at the production ammonia yield. Look yield of ammonia percentage. When pressure is high, ammonia production is 20%. Yield of ammonia is 20%. When temperature is 550 degrees Celsius, ammonia yield only 20 plus something. And when temperature decreased, production increase. Like when 500 degrees Celsius, production is approximately 30% production. When temperature 450 degrees Celsius, production 40%. When temperature 400 degrees Celsius, production 50%. When temperature 350 degrees Celsius, production 60%. So we have understood if temperature increases, production. If temperature decreases, production of yield increases. This reaction. So temperature, if temperature is decreased, production increase. So it is the from this graph we will understand if temperature decreases, pressure yield of ammonia increased. So we will decrease temperature, but there is a problem. In a lower temperature, this reaction will not occur. This is a dilemma. Low temperature, this reaction will not occur. So what will do? And look at when the pressure is 100 degree, production this. When pressure is 400 atm, production is high. So high pressure, more production. But there is a problem here. This picture drawing is important. Last year exam I gave this this picture drawing. Draw the graph to show how the yield of ammonia changes with temperature and pressure. This question I gave last year 7 BC student, this production. Will you remember these things? How many curve here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 curve. Okay. In a x-axis is pressure. X-axis is pressure 0, 100, 200, 300, 400. And y-axis is yield of ammonia percentage. Okay. Now I am drawing. You will say me, খাদে যে এটা বারবার ঢুকে আর বের হয়. Okay, this I will not allow him more times. Her. Okay, this is the production graph. This graph is very important for the exam. Draw a graph show the yield of ammonia change with temperature and pressure. This is look that it is not easier here drawing, you know these things. Okay, here this axis has pressure. I didn't listen. What are you doing? Yield of ammonia. Say your connection is problem something. Every day you talk, some not clear. Yield of ammonia. We don't listen properly. This is percentage. This is the percentage of yield. We know this is given 0 to 70. This given what? 0, 10, 20, 20, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%. Okay, pressure is given 100, 100, 200, 300, 400. That writing দেখ আমার এটা দিয়ে দেখি 100, 200, 300 pressure area man. So there's graph at 400 production plus this is 500 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, then 500 production is approximately 30. Okay, this production 500. Okay, when temperature is 450, 40% around plus. It's not properly something here is not drawing is not easier. This is 450, 450 degrees Celsius, and when 400 yield is 50. When temperature 400 it is 50%. Okay, 70, 350. So we have understood if temperature decreases, production increases. But there is a dilemma. In a lower temperature, this reaction will not occur. So this is the problem. So what we will do? The 70% production occur when temperature 350 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is the graph show how the yield of ammonia changes with temperature and pressure. This graph name is very important. This graph will come in the exam. May come. These two questions is very important for you. Question number 3, this pages or this question. Draw the graph show how the yield figure. Figure name is graph. Graph show how the yield of ammonia changes with temperature and pressure, with temperature and pressure. That okay, this title give here. Okay, you give title here. This show the graph, show the yield of ammonia change with temperature and pressure. Okay, this graph is very important. So this look at the pace. So at the low temperature this reaction will not occur. So what we will do for the optimum highest yield, you would choose a pressure of 400 atmosphere, atmosphere, and temperature of 350. But instead that, look, this is best production. This is you will see, you will think 400 pressure is best and 350-degree temperature is best. For the optimal highest yield of wood, choose a pressure of 400 atmosphere and temperature of 350 degree. But instead the plant industry chooses 200 atmosphere, but industry choose 200 atmosphere and 450 degree Celsius temperature. Okay. Question is why? To raise the pressure of a gas, you would have to squeeze it into smaller. You need to pressure, high pressure, you need gas squeeze. Compress, you need gas compress more, squeeze into smaller and smaller space. This is expensive. It needs powerful pumps and a lot of electricity to run them. So the choice of 200 atmosphere, 400 atmosphere, have you understood? It is expensive. It needs powerful pump and a lot of electricity to run. So it will be so it is expensive. So they choose. So the choice is 200 atmosphere rather than 400 atmosphere pressure. ATM pressure help to save money. Note that pipes and converter other tanks have to be really sturdy with stand this pressure. Okay, at 350 degrees Celsius the reaction give the best yield, but the rate is too slow. Time is money when aim to produce. The reaction is very slow. Time is money. Don't waste time. Time is money. So if the 350 degrees reaction is very slow, very time killing, so time is money. When you aim to produce 1200 tons of ammonia a day, so the temperature is raised to 450 degrees Celsius. So as a compromise. Okay, so this is for time saving. So you need increased temperature. So 450 and 200 atmosphere is best optimum temperature and pressure. Okay, have I understood these things? I think okay, 10 minutes remaining. If finish 10 minutes I will take meeting again. Okay, have you seen this picture? Are you watching this picture? A farmer is throwing something. What is throwing? A farmer is throwing something in his crop field. What is this? Name this substance. Are you watching my screen? What is throwing? It is common name. It is its common name. What is throwing in the crops field? What is throwing in the crops field by the farmer? Hello, are you watching this screen? What is throwing? What is throwing? এইটা কে করছে? খাদিজা, এই গাছটা বের করে দিচ্ছি। আমি খাদিজার বের করে দিচ্ছি এখন। এটা রিমুভ করো। কি করছে স্ক্রিনের মধ্যে দেখছো না তোমরা? স্ক্রিনটা দেখো কি করছে এটা এইটারে 2 দিনের জন্য আউট করব টাল স্টুডেন্টের দেখছো স্ক্রিনের মধ্যে কি করছে আরে বড় ধরনের পানিশমেন্ট দিব রিমুভ করে দিয়েছি অলরেডি what is throwing this thing don't say this is fertilizer this farmer is throwing fertilizer okay this is the fertilizer white fertilizer this is urea okay what is fertilizer I this answer question come already fertilizer is any substance added to soil to make it more fertile okay fertilizer is any substance which is added to soil to make it more fertile a chemical fertilizer this ammonium nitrate jarif ammonium nitrate fertilizer ammonium sulfate fertilizer ammonium phosphate potassium sulfate okay what is contain ammonium nitrate ammonium contain nitrogen this nitrogen contain ammonium sulfate contain also ammonium in nitrogen contain also okay ammonium phosphate contain nitrogen and phosphorus also and potassium sulfate contain which elements potassium nitrogen is needed for the protein for strong stem and healthy leaves for the plant why nitrogen is needed for the plant nitrogen is needed for protein we need to build our meat our body need protein this also plants need protein this protein come from nitrogen nitrogen come from nitrogen containing fertilizer like ammonium nitrate urea contain nitrogen is needed for proteins for strong stems and healthy leaves and this is the potassium help a plant to survive frost and to resist disease and this is the phosphorus is needed to help roots develop needed it also crops ripen for this reason pros and cons and fertilizer what are the pros and cons on fertilizer advantage and disadvantage of fertilizers advantage or disadvantage of fertilizer is 100 of years ago most farmers were a small family now day by day huge people like how many billion people around billions people 2 billion 2.5 billion people around the world so more production needed more crops are needed more fooders needed for if you use so more production needed fertilizer increase the production rate in our farmers if in our crops field induction but it has some problems here pros and cons means advantages and disadvantages of fertilizer advantage it increase the production of crops these are advantage and disadvantage what is this there is some disadvantage also fertilizer when a fertilizer is sprayed on the soil it does not go just to plant roots so some fertilizer when rain comes it come to the ponds and it's also harmful for the aquatic life and also eutrophication also occur water eutrophication algae are tiny water plants fertilizer helps them grow too well algae you know the ponds contain algae শেওলা বলে না এটারে algae are tiny water plants algae is tiny water plants fertilizer help them grow too well ফার্টিলাইজার এদের আরও বৃদ্ধি বেশি বাড়িয়ে দেয়। They float on the river like a carpet and preventing photosynthesis in the plants below by blocking outside sunlight. So it blocking the plant content in the inside at the bottom of the river. This plant blocking the sunlight, so photosynthesis prevented algae. When they die, bacteria feed on them, causing them to decay and use up oxygen from the water in the process. So fish die from oxygen starvation. So fish die from the, for this reason, for fish die oxygen starvation, lack of extraction. For the lack of oxygen, fish die. This is called eutrophication. Eutrophication, you look at page 169. Eutrophication. And blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome, in our gut, nitrate are converted into nitrite. This combine with hemoglobin, so our blood can't carry so much oxygen around the body. This can cause oxygen starvation in young infants. Their skin takes on a blue tints. The infant won't usually die, but its development may be affected. This is called blue baby syndrome. Okay, this is problem also. There are some pros and cons of fertilizers. Okay, everyone should unmute. Everyone should unmute. What is used for the production of ammonia? What is used? Which catalyst is used for the production of ammonia? Here something missing. Which catalyst is used for the production of ammonia?
Fertilizer.
No. Which catalyst is used for the production of ammonia? Temperature, you know, which temperature is optimum for the production of ammonia? 350 degree or 450 degree Celsius? 450 degree. Which catalyst is used for the production of iron catalyst? Okay. What is fertilizer? Okay, what are the pros and cons of fertilizers? Fertilizers is any substance which add soil to increase its fertility. Okay, what are the pros and cons fertilizer? Just I have thought. Okay, thank you for joining class. Thank you for joining class.